Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is. We are back again, and it's time for the weekend banger. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the weekend banger, and I got one. Keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, man. I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way for me, man. That's it. That's all I want you to do, man. We're going to stay out the way, man. We're going to spread the word, man. Anybody that's around some people that's not staying out the way, man, we got to let them know what it is, man. We got to tell them, man, the grass is green on the other side, man, when you staying out the way, man. You got to let them know you still can be cool when you staying out the way, man. You got to let them know you can still be a real dude out here, man, when you staying out the way, man. You don't got to be in the streets just to be a real dude, man. You can be somebody out here doing nothing, working every day, taking care of your family, looking after your loved ones, man. That makes you real, man. We got to start letting people know, man, that it's better over on this side, man. If you around some people right now and you know they in the way out here, man, wilding out doing the same thing they was doing last year, make sure you keep telling them, man. They got to keep hearing it, man. Even if they don't listen to us, they gonna know for a fact when they get locked up, God forbid, and they in that jail cell, they gonna be like, man, my bro was telling me to stay out the way, man. Let's keep telling them, man, because it could save them the second time around, man. So let's keep letting everybody know, man, that staying out the way is cool, period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the weekend banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, so y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Made Winning Feel Like Losing. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are aware, people. We in penitentiary, man. Crazy things go down, man. And there's people in there, I promise you, man, they don't care about people's well-being, man. They don't care about what happens to nobody. They don't care about nothing, man. When somebody got locked in, how they gonna do their bid and how they gonna survive, that's what they got locked in. Me, I had tunnel vision of what I was gonna do with my bid, how I wanted my bid to go. And that's what I used to do, man. I didn't do that in the process and try to hurt people. I never was trying to really hurt people in the process of doing these things, man. Now, I've never said I was an angel in this stuff, but at the end of the day, you have people that don't care about people's well-being in there, man, regardless of what. It's all about the dollar. The dollar runs everything, right? It runs everything in penitentiary as well, man. The people don't care about nothing but the dollar. So with that being said, though, we are on Susses 2 for this, y'all. We are on Susses 2. And I can remember being in 4C for this one, y'all. And this is around the time kind of like when I'm in there, man, I had a little bit of motion at this particular moment, man. I had a little bit of motion, man. Like, my motion never was like crazy major, I got the roller dumping on me, like a bunch of stuff type of, you know what I mean, situation. Mine was never like that, but like, I had a little something going on, man, getting the la-la. It was cool, like, but I would strike probably about once every other month. Or maybe once a month, but every other month it was definitely a lot, man. But it was like the way I was in this situation, I was going through somebody else. It was a third party type of situation going on where I was going through my roommate, and my roommate was going through somebody that was in 2 building, man, that he never would tell me who the person was. Now, I used to feel some type of way about it sometimes that my roommate wouldn't tell me who his plug was, but he told me off the rip that this dude wasn't really no street dude. He just so happened to have a situation where he bagged the CO and he got a good situation going. He don't want his business out there, and he promised, bro, he wasn't going to tell his business. So as many times as I tried to find out where my roommate was getting this from, he never would tell me. But like, I stopped really caring about where he was getting it from once the la-la actually started touching the sale. When he started coming in with the half a zip of la-la that me and him used to gap, because we basically used to buy it, you know what I mean? So it was like we was buying it, But it made it look like we had a little motion going on. We was in 4C. So I used to have a la. I'm pumping the Feezies. I'm pumping the 2-pack pieces. You know what I mean? Me and my couple of dudes I used to rock with, we got enough la to mess with. So everything was good around this time. So my roommate was doing all right with it. Like, he really didn't care about making no money because he was up for transfer. Like, he was one of those dudes. He only had like 4 years left. My roommate was trying to get closer to the crib, which was St. Bryce. So that was what he set his targets to be. And he got his level to make sure he dropped down to a 2. Now, he used to mess with the la every blue moon, but he was one of those dudes that would work out, drink the water on daily. So the times I did see him get P-test, he definitely beat it. You know what I mean? Some dudes just be luckier than others. But he really didn't care about getting to the bag like I did because he was trying to get to transfer. He was trying to get to the St. Bryce, closer to the crib. So that's what he did. You know what I mean? So when he finally went up for annual review, they told him that his level dropped to a 2. So my celly was happy about that. What he did tell me though was that situation down there, we was messing with the 2 building, was gonna be over with. Now I wasn't mad because last month is when the last time we made a play. So it was like, I made a few dollars off it. You know, I had a little quarter, 7 grams. So I made a few dollars, nothing exclusive, but I still knew how to manage it if I could still mess with the la when I wanted to. So I was a little upset that the play was coming to an end, but still though, like my roommate had to go. You know what I mean? Like that play fell in my lap. He come in the cell one day and told me, boom, 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 boom. It's a situation. He just need us to buy in the joint. And that's what we did, man. So it was a good thing going on. I ain't even gonna lie. It was a good thing going on. I made a few dollars. I was able to put a few dollars up, man. But like at the end of the day, my roommate had to take his journey to somewhere else, y'all. So boom. So I'll say probably about a month time of my roommate going up for his annual review, they call him to pack up. He's getting transferred. So now my roommate is gone. You know what I mean? It's like I'm in the cell dolo. Like I already know how it be when you dolo. You're supposed to be in there a little second. You wish you could be in the cell a little second, but no. You're not. They're going to put somebody in that bed immediately, man. So it took about to the next day, man, when I heard dudes hit the... I looked, and I seen a dude coming out the hole. Now, this wasn't a particular dude that I knew, and this wasn't a dude that I thought looked familiar, but he was coming out the hole. I can tell by his clothes. So when I see him coming in, like when you come out the hole, you ain't pushing no cart in the joint because you ain't got no property. You coming from out the bin. You coming from your bin. You coming with your stuff that you had in the bin, the little bag where you probably had a little bit of your mail and stuff like. You ain't coming with a lot of stuff because your property is packed up. So I seen the dude coming in, and it was this kind of brown skinned dude, man. You know what I mean? Bald head dude, kind of short little dude. And when I looked, he was coming in, and he was like talking to a dude that was on the phone. The dude he was talking to on the phone was a dude from the op. But when I seen my roommate that was about to come in my cell, he was coming up the steps. Because we sleeping in cell 29, so as he coming up the steps, I'm like standing by 31 slightly, but I'm still by my cell, but I see him coming, and he coming up the steps. I could just see his mouth light up, pause. Like, he had a bunch of golds. I ain't gonna lie, I seen it. Like, he was, you know what I mean? I'm talking about not no diamonds in it, just the all gold joints. So he coming up the steps, he like, and them joints is shining, he like, and them joints, and he talking to the dude, yeah, hey, look. So he get up the steps. So I'm like, hey, you coming to? He like, yeah. I said, yo, that's my room. He like, I'm going that joint. So we walk to the joint. I take him in there. We gonna call this dude JRock. So when JRock come in the joint, he introduced himself. Yo, I'm JRock, whatever the case. Me up. I was like, for real? I was like, where you from? From Richmond? He was like, nah. He said he was from Henrico. So me and him get to kicking it for a minute. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, I was in the hole, man. He was like, for real. I ain't even been on the compound yet. He was like, they put him in the hole from when he came from his other compound. So I was like, where you come from? He told me he was coming from Haynesville. You know, Haynesville is another level 2, slightly just like St. Bryce, open dorm game, bunk beds everywhere, free weights, a nice level 2. You want to sit down and relax and not get into, you ain't worried about no trouble in that junk for real. That's one of them type of spots. So he said he was just coming from there. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, for real, why you end up shipping like, I ain't put you in the hole? So he was like, he ended up trying to go to VI. He ended up trying to get something. He was like they couldn't catch him with it. You know what I mean? He was like, they couldn't catch him with it because he swallowed the stuff. So he was like, they had him in a script cell. A script cell is what the police put you in, kind of like if they feel like you got something. They feel like you got something, like you swallowed it or you suitcasing it, something like that. They'll put you in a script cell, which they'll watch you on a camera, and then your toilet won't flush. So you will be able to do number 2, but your toilet won't flush. So that he said they put him in the script cell. He said once he was in the script cell for 2 days, they still didn't get nothing. They wanted to put him in a hole. So he said he was back in the hole. You know what I mean? He's like, he was just back there. He was like, he got nervous. Like they kept blitzing him. They kept running in the cell. He said he ended up the stuff that he had. He was like, he flushed the joint. So I'm like, man. So I'm like, so they got you straight from visiting room. And he was like, yeah, ever since the visiting room. He was like, I don't know what happened to my people. He's like, for real, my peoples, when I finally talked to my peoples, he was like, they ain't bothered them, you know what I mean? Because they was already gone. They just came after me. So I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So bro coming in the joint, he get himself together. So I said, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing. So I dipped out. And I go start hollering at my other homeboy. My other homeboy asked me what dude was from. I said, yo, I think he like from Richmond area and Rico gang, you know what I mean? That's basically the same thing. It's just not Richmond, you know what I mean? So he telling me, so I'm like, so I'm telling my homeboys everything. So I'm just down there waiting. So he cut down the steps, you know what I mean? So it's Richmond dudes in the pod, you know what I mean? It's probably like a good 6-7 Richmond dudes in the pod, like official Richmond dudes, but they be having their own little situation going on. So my roommate coming to joint off the rip, I can tell that he's really not from the way that these guys not have really gravitated to him. I know when Richmond dudes come in, they be knowing dudes be pulling up on him now. This is the dude he was talking to on the phone. He was roommates of one of the Richmond dudes that was kind of official in the joint. And he was talking to him. But he might have been from Henrico County as well. Don't get me to lie. So he go holler at him. He went and hopped on the jack. He went and did his thing. After he went and hopped on the jack, it was kind of lockdown time. Now we going to sale. So we going to sale. He started just kind of like, just asking me a whole lot of questions. You know what I mean? Like, yo, look, what this go for up here? Because he was like, for real though. He was like, man, like I like to get money. Like, I like to get money, man. He was like, man, like my baby mama do whatever I tell her. You know what I mean? I'm like, for real? So like I started thinking like, man, like how lucky can I be? Like y'all already know, y'all be thinking I'm joking when I be telling y'all that like I was like a magnet for the package. Pause. Like it will always be close by that some way I can get in the car, man. It's like I just lost a roommate that we was rocking through the third party of someone that was in 2 building and we was getting a la. Now I got a whole nother roommate who just came from the hole and he get the package game, y'all. You already know I got the gift of gab for this shit, y'all. So boom. So I'm just waiting, you know what I mean? Now I'm just waiting, man, just to see how this gonna play out. I'm listening to everything he's telling me. He in there basically telling me all his business. Now, somebody that basically tells you all their business on the first shot, pause. Like, I mean, sometimes you can look at that like, wow, you wilding, like you one of them dudes that talk a lot or whatever the case, but like, I guess he felt that I was all right in there. Like, you know what I mean? I guess he felt like I wasn't from the area. Like, I told him I was from Norfolk, of course. So, you know what I mean? He probably like, yeah. So I'm telling him I know all the answers to the questions that he's asking. So I guess he's putting 2 and 2 together. And he just like, yeah. So after us talking for a second, I tell him, I say, yo, bro. I said, so look, you don't mess with the other dude? He was like, nah, like for real. The Richmond dudes be acting like I ain't from Richmond or something. He was like, but I ain't get locked up in their jail. He was like, a lot of them get locked up in our jail or something like that, whatever the case. But he was like, I ain't get locked. He said Richmond, he was telling me how big Richmond jail is. He got locked up in the joint before. But he was like, they act like they don't like dudes where he from. So he was like, he cool with some dudes, but not a lot of dudes. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. So he telling me blah, 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 blah. So as we in there, he like, yeah, look, man. He was like, man, look, for real. He was like, look, I want to go over there. Shot. He was like, but I don't know if they're going to be watching me. He's like, because they let me out the hole because they said they ain't had nothing. They just like, yo, like they got to let me out. So he was like, you think they're going to try to set me up? I'm like, nah, I don't know. I was like, I can't really say they are. I said, but what I will tell you is this. I said, they got an investigator that's running around this joint. I said, yo, dude is a psycho, man. I was like, man, he's a maniac, bro. Put a capital M on maniac. That's what this guy is. So you need to be careful how you going to run the play. I said, you telling everybody you going to run the play is not a good idea. I said, because once he catch wind, he definitely going to tear you off, bro. And I was like, I definitely ain't trying to have him up in the cell. You know what I mean? So he was like, I feel that, Shaw. I feel that, Shaw. I'm like, yeah. So he like, man, well, look, man, I'm trying to get to this bag. So look, I'm just going to go check it out and just check the trap and see how it is this weekend. Because he got out on Wednesday. He was like, I'm going to go check the trap Saturday and see how it is. And if that junk sweet, he was like, you trying to get in? So I'm like, I look at him like, bro, you don't even really know me. You know what I mean? He was like, only reason I'm asking you that. He said, man, because I just took a loss. He was like, can you get $150? So I'm like, yeah. He was like, because look, bro, he said, matter of fact, look, I might need 2. How much can you get? So I'm thinking in my head, I already knew I made a few dollars off the little put up that I did with my old roommate. You know what I mean? Plus, I can ask my peoples for $1 or so if I needed it. So I'm like, how much you need? Like, what's exactly how much you need? He was like, look, I'm trying to buy this and that. He was like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't go get no la though. I don't never, when he said that, I ain't even gonna lie. It was like, the whole time he was talking after that, it was like, I just kind of blacked out. It was like I was floating. It felt like I was in the la air. And I was daydreaming about this dude, a psycho. What you mean you don't get no la? He was like, yeah, bro, look, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't really get no la. And next thing you know, the words just started sounding like this. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 cause the wah, 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 stink, wah, 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 wah. I'm just daydreaming. He like, hey, bro, you hear me? I'm like, oh, yeah. I was like, bro, you don't get no la? He was like, that junk stink too much. Like, so my baby mama ain't messing with that. But like, you trying to get money? The money is in the dog food. He was like, my cousin got a 10. He'll send a 10 in this joint. I'm like, man, all right, so look, what you gonna get though? Like, what you talking about getting? Because I know the dog food sell good. I just never had a situation. Now I have an opportunity to get the dog food because my roommate is from the R. I already told y'all out the whole Virginia. I would say Richmond has the better dog food than Tidewater. Tidewater might have better la than Richmond, but Richmond has better dog food, guaranteed, that I know since being in the can. You know what I mean? I could be wrong now, but back then when I was in the can, early 2000s, Richmond definitely was number one. They are the capital of the state. They got a lot of dog food down there, man. So now I got an opportunity. So I'm like, yo, this is wild right here, man. Like, I don't know, kind of like bro coming with so much stuff fast. He coming with so much opportunity. Like, I don't even really know what to say or something. Bro, listen, man, let's make it shake, my guy. So boom. So we sat in there and strategized for a minute after we locked back down again. I ain't telling none of my homeboys. We just sat in there and talked about what the play was. So he said he was going over there Saturday. So a few more days go by. He get his property. His property come from the other spot. So he get all this stuff. Bro had the TV CD play. He come up there with all the Cash Money CDs. He was one of the first dudes to let me bang the Wheezy first album, the Lil Wayne first jump, man, the Juveniles. Like, I was out there for that, but I never really listened to their whole jumps like that. So I'm banging all, he got all the official Down South CDs. Me and bro in the cell big. So when Saturday rolled around, he went over there and he saw that the visiting room kind of like, it was, I'm not bringing nothing back from that VI. You know what I mean? Now, he probably, he with that action. I'm not, but bro swallowed the stuff, pause. So he probably feeling like he could do it. So when he come back, he was like, yo, they ain't bother me. I ain't seen nobody looking at me. He was like, and it's sweet. I'm trying to get this bread. So he's like, let's put it together for next Saturday. I said, bro, that's a lot. I said, what I got to do? He said, man, look, my wife go down to Tidewater to Suffolk. He was like, she got to go to Suffolk every Thursday. He was like, her aunt that she be watching some medical joint or something like that. It's like a nursing joint. Like she watch her aunt, like her aunt is an older lady and disabled or something like that. She got to go down there on Thursdays to take care of her or something like that, or some nurse type stuff. So he said she go down to Suffolk every Thursday. So he was like, you can get your peoples to meet my peoples. Boom, 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 boom. So I was like, all right, put it together. All together, bro wanted 250. So I'm like, that's cool. So I put it together. I got my peoples to meet his peoples on that Thursday. So my man said everything went smooth. Play went good. So we feeling good. I'm feeling good because I know for a fact that the dog food is on the way, y'all. Like, I have had dog food a few times through trade. And when I got to Lawrenceville a couple times, you know what I mean? Like my own dog food. But like, since I've been on Sussex, I always had Hardy's chicken. You know what I mean? Like, I never really had the dog food because the Richmond dudes always have the dog food. Now I got an opportunity to have a dog food game, y'all. Let's get to this bag, y'all. So boom. I'm just sitting patient now. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, Richmond dudes gonna be mad. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling my son, like, yo, man. I said, you know, they're the ones that always had a dog food. I said, you know, every now and then you might see the dudes from Portsmouth pop up with the dog food. They were second to get the dog food. Then I say Norfolk could come in. You know what I mean? But it might be up and down between Norfolk and Portsmouth who's gonna get the dog food after Richmond, especially the best dog food. So he's like, yeah, man, my cousin, man, it's my word. My cousin got a 10. So like, I have heard dudes say different things when it comes to the best dog food. Dude might be like it's a 10, or a dude might be like it's a missile, or a dude might be like it's a cannon. It depends. It's different names. But I'm like, a 10, bro? Like, he like, yeah. Because I have dudes be like, yo, a 10, you got to cut a 10. So I'm like, bro, you got a 10, bro? I was like, man, you sure? Like, with a 10? I was like, you play well? Like, he was like, I'm positive. I was like, bro, listen, with a 10, I heard you got to, you know what I mean, put a little, you know what I mean, you got to tap dance on that joint. He was like, I mean, you can. He was like, but no, I'm going to give it to him raw. He was like, that's all I get is raw. I don't get nothing else but raw, shawty. I was looking at him, he was saying that his mouth, his teeth was super gold out. All you see was gold teeth. He was like, look, I don't get nothing but raw. I don't get nothing but raw. That's all I get, shawty. Like, I don't get nothing but raw. So I said, you fuck with it? He was like, I fuck with it a little bit, but no, nothing like that. I don't fuck around all the time. He was like, since I've been locked up, I don't fuck around like that. He said, it got to be something mellow. I definitely ain't fucking with the 10s. So I'm like, yeah, that's what's so all right, man. So I'm like, so look, like we going down the middle on that shit. He was like, yeah, we gonna just got whatever come in, da-da-da-da. Everything good. I said, so what about the other dudes from Richmond? How they gonna feel about it? He said, what the fuck? I'm not from Richmond. He said, I'm from Rico, Shaw. Like, I don't got nothing to do. I said, all right, look, I'm just trying to make sure because I don't want nobody up in this cell. I said, because they know me. I don't disrespect them. They don't disrespect me. So I'm just letting you know, like, this is what's going on. I ain't trying to tell you how to move, but I'm just letting you know, kind of like, you know what I mean? Ahead of time, he was like, no, like, I mean, I might look out, but like, it ain't nothing like that. Shawty like, nah, everything good. Like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I said, all right, that's a bet. So a little bit more time went on. And it was time for bro to go back to the V room. You know what I mean? It was time for him to go back to the V room. So I told you, like, this is like when I'm waiting on the package Especially when I'm not going to the V room, risking my ass, to pause, literally, to go get the package. Like, I feel good. It's a good feeling. Like, I'm like, yes, I'm about to strike. I got to make sure this person come back from the VI game. You know what I mean? So I might put on some clothes. I might get a little butter, a little bit. You know what I mean? Throwing the brand new Nikes real fast. Sweatsuit game, brand new. You know what I mean? I might come out with a little something on because I'm about to get to this bag. Like, you gotta look nice getting to this bag. You don't, but for real though, like, I'm crispy, y'all, because this is pack time. It might not be the la-la, but it's the dog food game, y'all. So boom, I'm ready to make some bread. So bro, over that joint. I'm chilling. Dude's like, you going to Child Weeks? I'm like, nah, I'm making me a little personal, little full, little swole joint. You know what I mean? I'm acting like I'm a rich dude already. I got a little bit of change, but I'm you know what I mean? Dude's like, you ain't going to Child. Nah, y'all go ahead. Everybody went to Child making my food. Everybody come back, I'm chilling, you know what I mean? I'm sitting down in the whole park, come back, I hear the door open, push, slide open up, I look, it's my celly, he got this. And open up 29, he go up the steps like this. The steps was right, he went up the steps, he was like, open up 29. He got to the city, he said, man, I gotta use the bathroom, man. Open the door, man. My stomach hurting. I turned around, I was like, yo, you good, bro? He was like, oh yeah. Door open up, bro in the joint. Bro, the cut game up. Bro using the bathroom. That's what everybody thought. Bro's not using the bathroom. Bro in that jump putting shampoo, because he told me he rocked the shampoo, used the shampoo. He throw that stuff up, man. But you know, you gotta have big kahunas, my friend, to swallow the dog food, man, because if something go wrong and you can't get that dog food up, and he talking about his cousin got a 10, man, listen, that dog food will bust your heart, y'all, so boom. So I tip my hat to bro. I had to, man. He going to swallow dog food. This man got big cojones. You hear me? He has big cojones. Come down. I'm like this, hey, yo, man, I'm about to go grab the rest of this stuff, man. I'm like this. I go up the steps like this in my bowl. I'm like, I'll make sure I don't drop it. I'm like, hey, CO, open 29 up. Door open up. He's sitting back there on the bench. I walk in. I'm like, what's up? He's like, get the door closed. I'm like, I said, yo, tell her close 29. 29 closed. I was like, what's good? He was like, yeah. I look, see a junk on the table, a red balloon. He was like, this is a junk right here. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I walked in, it smelled like Coca-Cola throw up. Y'all ever smelled somebody that threw up Coca-Cola? That's what that junk smelled like. Some cold Coca-Cola was floating in the air smell. I was like, dang, bro, what you was eating Coca-Cola? He was like, nah, you know, I was drinking Coca-Cola in the visiting room. He was like, yeah, like, nah, I'm good now. I just got it up, you know what I mean, real quick. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, Shaw. He was like, well, look. He's like, we gonna bag up the Rockdale though. He was like, don't do it now. I was like, yeah, I ain't messing with it now. I'm just moving around. He was like, yeah. He was like, look, my cousin says a 10 out of 10. I said, all right. He said, look. He said, man, look, man, shh. You know somebody, man. You know somebody that might want to try it. You know somebody that might try to joint Charlotte, because, like, I don't want to let dudes from Richmond know I got it right now off the top. But if you act like you got it, then you can just let somebody try it and we can know if it's a 10 out of 10, then I know how to carry it, y'all. I'm like, yeah, look, my man, I already knew a dude, man. We're going to call him Vic. Now, Vic was an older dude, man. He was from Portsmouth, Norfolk. He be back and forth. He rep both of them kind of like, but he was an older dude that's in the block, kind of like, he fuck with the dog food dumb heavy. Like, this is what he do. And me and him was okay. We wasn't like dumb cool, but like, he was the guinea pig for a lot of people. Like, I knew he was the guinea pig when me and him was in 4D, but now we in 4C. Like, he been a guinea. This is what he do. He'll have a little change every now and then where he can go to the store and order you some shit. But he never had the money to be able to, like, look, I'm going to go spend and buy 10 eggs from a nigga or the dog food. Like, he never could do that. But he always was the guinea pig for a lot of dudes, especially Tidewater dudes that would get the dog food. You know what I mean? Sometimes Richmond dudes, too, because he wasn't one of those geographical old heads. So I was like, I'm going to holler at Vic. So after me and bro broke it down, like, everything straight, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to holler at Vic when we go out. So we dip. Count cleared. All the doors open up. We come out. First person I spot is Vic. Vic sleep all the way in cell 19. I say, yo, Vic. Hey, yo, Vic. He was like, he see me. He was like, what's up? I said, yo, come here, man. He was like, he started walking. I come down the steps. I'm like, come here, man. You know how that shit. He was like, what's up? We walk back in my cell 12. I said, what's good with you, man? What you got going on? He was like, I ain't got shit. What's up, though? I'm like, nah, look. I want you to try something. He said, you got something? I I said, man, chill out, relax. Cause I don't want everybody to know right this second. I said, I just want to know what the shit is. Like, can you let me know what it is? Like, I want to know what this shit is. You know what I mean? He like, man, shh. God damn it, like, I'm fiending, Weezy, man. Let me try something, dog. Like, I'm fiending, bro. Come on. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let you try. I said, but look, I need you not to tell nobody that I have this shit. I said, I'm just letting you try this shit. He was like, man, you got a lot of this shit. I said, look, you going too far already. I said, just chill out. I said, we're gonna talk details. Just don't tell nobody where you got this from. Can you do that? I got the joint in my hand. I'm like, can you do that? He like, I can do it. I'm like, can you do it? I said, man, I damn near want to say pinky swear, nigga, because I didn't want my business out there, man. I'm like, he's like, man, look, give me the shit, Weezy. I was like, man, give it to him. He was like, what's this? I said, it's a couple of eggs, man, about 2 eggs together. He was like, shit, I don't know if I should do it now or later. When should I do it? I was like, man, shit is up to you. You know what I mean? I was like, but look, I mean, I'm trying to know sooner than better. You know what I mean? He was like, you think I should do it before I eat? I'm like, man, I'm saying, like, you usually got there and get high off an empty stomach. So I wonder. He was like, man, shit, I got time. Then I'm gonna go do it. I'm like, yeah, try that shit and let me know. You know what I mean? I said, probably by the time we go to child, you know what I mean? Just chill out there. I'll catch him when we go to child. He was like, all right. I said, now look. I said, yo, Sonny gonna be in the cell? He said, now I'm gonna go tell him leave. I said, man, see, now he gonna wonder why your old ass kicking him out. I said, you always in the park. Now you kicking him out. I said, if he asks you why you kicking him out, what you gonna tell him? He said, I'm gonna tell him I got a shit. What the hell you mean? Weezy, goddamn, that's my cell too, man. Shit, I'm about to go get high, nigga. My motherfucker gotta come out. I'm like, man, all right, man, like, do your thing. So I watched him go to his cell. Walk to his cell, I'm standing on the joint. I go back over there by my roommate. My roommate was talking to the dude from the other dude. So I'm standing over there by my roommate and I peeled off and get a better view. My homeboy, I'm standing by the payphone. So I can look down at 21 there. I can't see him in the cell. But I see him get in there. He get his door open. Next thing I know, I see his cellie, which was another older dude coming out the cell, putting his flip-flops on. He getting kicked out. So he come out and just sit on the bench. Now, you will have to come out your cell or somebody got to use the bathroom or something like that. But he kicked him out. He kicked him out the cell. He come out. I mean, I ain't sitting on the bench. Next thing you know, you see the cut go up on the joint. You know what I mean? Cut go up. Now, words. Standing around chilling. Next thing you know, the cut come down. You know what I mean? I go to the joint kind of like even like not really like looking in his joint, but like just so he could see me, kind of like let him know I was right there. But I wasn't by his door. I'm still kind of back a little bit. I just walked up from the payphones a little bit and got a little closer and I looked. And then we called eye contact from his cell. He seen me. He was sitting on the bench. He was like, he gave me a thumbs up like this. He was like, I was like, I tried to play it off. I was like, yes. And I walked around, went to the other side by himself. Then I took my time and I walked over. I was like, yo. I went to the door like this, so now I'm at the door, I'm talking to him. I'm looking at the whole pod though, but I got my ear to crack his door. And I'm talking to him, so he got up. My word, I couldn't see him. But all I heard was flip-flops. The jump was like, it's like he couldn't lift his feet up. That jump was like, this how he sound coming to the door. That jump was like, what's up, bro? I was like, yo, that shit good or what, bro? He was like, that shit a 10. That shit a cannonball. That shit a rocket. He said, shit, I'm high as a motherfucker, bro. I said, damn. I said, look. I moved back and look at that nigga. Man, that nigga was like this. That nigga had like loco at the door. That nigga was like, I'm high as a motherfucker, bro. And you don't really be seeing niggas high off the D block like that. And he was like, that nigga like local from South Central. And they like, got your son out there stealing car stereos, Bobby. Nah, he ain't say that. But this nigga just at the door, his arms moving and shit. So I like, go back to the joint. I'm like, hey, man, don't let everybody see you fucked up like that, man. I was like, that shit like that. He was like, hey, Weezy, I'm going to tell you like this. This shit good as a motherfucker. It's strong, though. I'm going to let you know now. You might got to, because it's strong. This shit strong, Weezy. This shit strong. So I'm like, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So goddamn, I'm like, yeah, so look. You know what I mean? Goddamn, I was like, look, I'm going to play fair with you, though. We got to do it like this, I like da-da-da-da-da. So I'm just talking. And I'm saying what I'm saying. And after like a good minute of me talking, because I just started talking about what the play was next. And I'm talking. And then I'm like, I ain't hear no sound. Like, I ain't hear no sound of him like, yeah, we used to, So I'm like, yeah, bro. So I lean back and look. When I lean back and look, man, I look, that nigga crack. The reason why I didn't hear the noise, because they had their laundry bags, like at the corner of the back cell. So he must have backed up and went out, boom, and hit the laundry bag. So I didn't hear him fall. So I'm just talking, because I'm out in the nosy pod. Like, my ear is to his cell talking to him, but the other ear is to a nosy ass pod. They got a bunch of niggas in it. So I didn't hear him fall. So when I looked, and I seen goddamn Vic laying down that motherfucker, that nigga was out. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I slid. My word, I slid. On everything. I was scared as a bitch, y'all. I haul ass. Goddamn, listen, stand by for child. Stand by for child. 4C, you're going first at the top. 4D is next. Stand by for child. I was like, oh shit, I haul ass and steps. Y'all like this. I got up the steps fast as a bitch. I got to the steps. I was like, oh shit. All the doors open. I looked down. I see that nigga roommate walking towards the door. I was like, oh shit. I went in the cell. That's running that bitch. Next thing you know, I look. Man, my word. Seen the goddamn that nigga roommate. Nigga was like, hey, my roommate having a heart attack. He got a pulse, but he on the ground. He like, hey, he had a heart attack.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.